Hello, hi. My name is Eric, and today I'm going to be covering a question in my class that is called Language Learners Should Only Be Exposed to the Forms They Are Taught. So I would say I disagree with this statement for a number of reasons. First of all, there are countless subjects in the English language that exist. So, it would be an impossibility for any teacher or any combination of teachers to cover all the topics in English. Even if the student was to take 24 hours of English in a classroom where a teacher could teach them 24 hours a day, it would still be impossible to cover every single subject in English. Even if that's all they are doing is going to classes, especially as new topics and subjects are being created every single day. Another reason is by only teaching what's taught in a classroom or what they are taught by a teacher or an instructor, it's limiting them. As our teachers talk about in this module, is that there's they use the example of a door where a lot of the learning can take place outside of a classroom. There are there are like the schools can have language labs, for example, or they could go and find someone who's a native. Like I teach Asian students mostly in China, Japan, and Taiwan. So they could find natives that are there in their countries that are there teaching. They could find them and start chatting with them. I would recommend anyone teaching in one of those countries to suggest that with their students, because I personally taught language. I taught English in Korea a number of years ago, and I always loved it when people from Korea would come and talk with me in English, because there sometimes I felt isolated, and I enjoyed when the Koreans would approach me and start talking to me in English, because it gave me a chance to actually talk to someone. So yeah, encourage your kids to find if there's native English speakers that they see in their towns and communities, encourage them to talk to them, because they can learn different English from them. They can watch English movies. They can get on the internet and look up different things in English. A lot of learning English. Well, I'd say classes give you the foundations of what someone needs to learn for a language, and gives you foundations of some subjects that they can learn. But a great deal of it needs to happen outside of the classroom. They need to practice what they've learned. They need to practice ways to speak to an actual to people who speak English. So yeah, I guess those are my thoughts on the issue of language learners should only be exposed to the forms they are taught. Like I said, there's just too many that there could be, and no one teacher could, even if they taught the same student for 24 hours a day, could teach that student every single subject in the language, such as English. So anyway, thank you for watching. Bye.